systems in last class and most probably on free vibration. We'll continue solving these problems in this class as well. So if mass, and mind you, even though I have said that the syllabus is up to certain date, but these are the problems based on that. So obviously it is there in the syllabus of midterm examination. So mass M is at rest, partially supported by spring and partially by stops. So if you look at this mass, this is this is the stop. So it is arrangement like this. This arrangement can rotate. So this rotation will be seen in the plane perpendicular to the board. As these stops they open up, the mass is going to go down. Are you with me? So this is the arrangement. So in the position shown, the spring force is m by 2. जो position दिखा है उसमें the force in spring is mg by 2 is given. So remaining mg by 2 के ज्यादा जो force mass mg को support करने weight mg को support करने के लिए लगने वाला है, that is supported by those stoppers. Are you with me? So therefore, in the position shown, this spring force is mg by 2. At time t equal to 0, the stops are rotated. So if I draw the plan view of these stops, let us say I take a sectional plan like this somewhere here, and if I look at these stops, so these stops are nothing but the plates like this, seen from the top view. This is this entity, floor. This is the stop, and this is another stop. So these stops are able to rotate in this plane. Are you able to imagine this? So as the stop rotates, then this mass is going to fall down on account of its own weight. Are you with me? However, the displacement corresponding to mg by 2 has already been taken place, because in the given position, the spring is not unstretched. It is stretched correspondingly force equal to mg by 2. That's what it means when they say that the mass is supported partially by the spring and partially by the stops. Are you with me? Chalo. Suddenly releasing the mass determines the motion of the mass. So you have to determine the motion of the mass. Question: what is the reference with reference to which we should determine the motion? Unless or otherwise specified, the reference should be the unstretched condition of the spring. Are you with me? क्या होना चाहिए reference? Unstretched condition of the spring. So can you tell me, if the spring force at this instant of time is mg by 2, what must be the stretch of the spring? So देखो, at time t equal to 0, when the block is resting on these stops partially and partially suspended by the spring, spring is carrying the force equal to kg by 2. Mg by 2. So what must be the deformation with reference to the unstretched position of the spring? देखो, I will show you what is happening here. Watch. This is a spring, let us say, and this is its unstretched length. Are you with me? So this is our reference. When the spring is not stretched, at that point, whatever is the position of this end is our reference. You are hanging a mass mg to this. Mass m and weight mg is hanging to the spring. So if there was no obstacle at all, what would have been the deformation? Mg by k. Do you agree with me? But the moment deformation corresponding to the spring force k by 2 होता है, देखो जैसे जैसे deformation होते जाता है वैसे वैसे spring force बढ़ते जाता है. Do you agree with me? As the deformation goes on increasing, the spring force gradually increases. Whenever the spring force has reached the value of mg by 2, तो स्प्रिंग फोर्स में वैल्यू कितना है mg by 2. At that time, this mass is touching the stoppers. Are you with me? So now, how is mass mg supported or weight mg supported? Mg by 2 through spring suspension and mg by 2 through this stoppers. Are you with me? Now, at this position, what is this delta? Can you tell me what is the value of this delta with reference to a chosen reference position? It will be equal to, so at time t equal to 0, I am going to call this delta as V of 0. What is V? U is x directional deformation, V is y directional deformation, and W is z directional deformation. I define coordinate system in this fashion. This is y and this is x. So I am looking at y directional deformation of the mass. So at time t equal to 0, when the stoppers are about to get released, at that time the displacement of the spring with reference to the unstretched position, which is our reference, is delta equal to V of 0. V at time t equal to 0. I also call this as V0. Are you with me? And how much is V0? Is my question. That V0 will be equal to force mg by 2 divided by stiffness K. Do you agree with me? So I have been given in the problem statement implicitly that at the beginning of the observation, at the commencement of the observation, when the stoppers were just removed, at that time the spring was already displaced from its unstretched position, and that displacement V0 is mg by 2 by K. Happy? Are you with me? What is the velocity of this mass when the stoppers were rotated? At that instant, that very instant of time, the block did not possess any velocity. So what can you say about V dot of 0, which is equal to V0 dot, that will be equal to 0. So the motion of the mass did start from rest, but it did not start from the unstretched position of the spring. It started with non-zero value of initial displacement, but it started with zero velocity. Are you with me? This is the starting point. And now what is asked? What is the question that is asked? If you now suddenly release the mass, अगर mass को suddenly release किया, so what is going to happen? How is this mass going to how is this system going to respond to this? So क्या करने वाले बताओ मुझे. So this is the initial condition that has been given to you, and now I am going to draw the force diagram. So this is time instant t, and this is force P of t. What is P of t at time t equal to 0? It is 0 because the mass is supported on the stoppers. Are you with me? So external force तो कुछ नहीं है. Are you with me? So external force P of t, which is shown here, is 0 at time instant t equal to 0. That same very time instant, the stoppers are rotated. Are you with me? And the force jumps from 0 to mg by 2. Sorry, 0 to mg. Do you agree with me? कहाँ से कहाँ जंप हो रहा है? 0 to mg. So therefore, will this be the force diagram? Do you agree with me? Suddenly applied force at time t equal to 0 is the model for force here. Happy? So how do I write this in our standard format? कैसे लिखेंगे आप? कैसे लिखते हैं? U of t minus tau, t minus tau, ऐसा ही नोटेशन है ना हमारा, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय mg, ऐसे लिखते हैं ना. What is tau? Tau is 0 here because at the very first instant t equal to 0, this mg has been suddenly applied. So therefore this tau is 0. So लिखना कैसे पड़ेगा? The model for this force is P of t is equal to mg of t minus tau. What is the value of u of t minus 0 before 0? 0. What is the value of u of t minus 0 after 0? 1. And what is the value of u of t minus 0 at 0 not defined? Are you with me? So we have already learned how to use this function. Now question, do you know the response of this single degree of freedom system to such kind of excitation? Yes, we know it already. So we are going to dwell on कौन से लेक्चर में लिया था मुझे याद नहीं, देखना पड़ेगा. So pardon? Not impulse. It is Heaviside step function. Response of single degree of freedom system to a Heaviside step function. ये किस में लिया था? Let me check. यहाँ पे लिया था, लेक्चर नंबर 7। यस, सो देखो, u of t minus tau is this function. Are you with me? And we did find out the response of the system to such kind of excitation. What is the response? चलो response देखते हैं. This is the response. Do you agree with me? Happy? But इसमें एक चीज गड़बड़ है. कौन सी चीज गड़बड़ है? The initial conditions are different. Are you with me? Here initial conditions were at time t equal to tau, both displacement as well as velocity were 0. यहाँ पे conditions अलग है. So how do we handle that? तो जरा यहाँ पे ध्यान दो. u of t star is equal to e raised to minus eta omega t star, where t star is t minus tau. Are you with me? So u of t star is equal to e raised to minus eta omega t star a cos omega d t star plus b sin omega d t star plus f0 by k into u of 0. u of 0 is, मतलब वो हमने 1 लिया था. So this is this the response? 1 minute. Yes, this is the response of the system. तो यही हम वहां पे बोरो करेंगे. And a and b, now these constants are to be determined based on the boundary conditions or initial conditions that we have. So let us borrow this response there. Print screen. 1 minute. अच्छा, जो ऑनलाइन लेक्चर कर रहे हैं उनको लेक्चर 7 देखना है. उसमें हमने हीव साइड स्टेप फंक्शन के लिए रिस्पांस कैलकुलेट किया था. वो रिस्पांस मैं यहाँ पे बोरो कर रहा हूँ. सो आई एम बोरोइंग दिस रिस्पांस. चलो, इस रिस्पांस में व्हाट इज टी स्टार? टेल मी. टी स्टार is equal to t minus tau. What is tau here? Tau here is 0. So in our case, t star is equal to t. Do you agree with me? So can I write u of t as e raised to minus eta omega t into bracket a cos omega dt plus b sin omega dt plus f0 by k. What is the value of f0 in our case? Tell me. The value of f0 in our case is mg by 2. Sorry, I'm sorry. It is mg. Are you with me? So I'm going to write this value as mg by k. Happy? And what are the initial conditions? Initial conditions are u of 0. तो पहले तो यहाँ पे u of 0 बोलने के बजाय मुझे बोलना पड़ेगा v of t. Are you with me? Because we are dealing with the motion in y direction. V of t. And then instead of calling this as u of 0, I will call it as v of 0, which is equal to v0, which is equal to mg by 2k. Agreed? This is the change. And what is v dot of 0? v0 dot. So now, can we substitute this back here and can we get the response? Answer is yes. कैसे मिलने वाला response? v of 0 is equal to, तो ये term हो जाएगा 1. Then a cos omega dt will become a and b sin omega dt will vanish. तो ये रह जाएगा a plus f0 क्या है हमारे लिए? mg by k. This is equal to, now it is not 0, it is mg upon 2k. Sorry, mg upon 2k with minus sign, because this displacement is in negative y direction. Are you with me? So when spring force was k by 2, from its unstretched position, the spring must have displaced downwards. Downwards matlab negative y direction. So what is our v of 0 is minus mg by 2k. So that I will write here minus mg by 2k. Are you with me? So what is the value of a? A therefore is equal to mg by k goes on the other side, minus 3 mg by k, 2k. Do you agree with me? When mg by k goes on other side, multiply numerator and denominator by twice. So 2 mg by 2k वो भी minus हो जाएगा. So minus of mg minus 2 mg is minus 3 mg upon 2. This is the value of A. How do we calculate value of B? So I will have to consider V dot of T. And what is the value of V dot of T? You know already. Tell me. This is going to vanish. this इसका डेरिवेटिव हमें लेना है, तो वो तो हमें पता है माइनस ईटा ओमेगा ई रेस टू माइनस ईटा ओमेगा टी ए कॉस ओमेगा डी टी प्लस बी साइन ओमेगा डी टी प्लस बोलो क्या लिखो ई रेस टू माइनस ईटा ओमेगा, चलो जागो, डोंट स्लीप, ई रेस टू माइनस ईटा ओमेगा a omega d but minus sin omega dt plus b omega d cos omega dt. अभी एक बहुत बार किया है हमने, we know this. Now v dot of t, v dot of 0 is v0 dot is 0 is equal to, chalo, if I substitute t equal to 0, you have minus eta omega cos omega dt is 0, so minus eta omega a plus this is 1, this is going to be b omega d. Happy? This must be equal to 0. So what is the value of b? D must be equal to eta omega minus eta omega by omega d. सही है? What is the value of क्या हो गया? Sorry. Eta omega a divided by omega d. What is the value of a? Eta omega minus 3 mg minus 3 mg upon 2 k omega d. Happy? चलो अब एक और काम करते हैं. This mg को तो मैं वैसे के वैसे रखता हूँ. G is 9.81. Do you agree with me? So this is minus 3 into 9.81 divided by 2 eta. What can you say about m by k? Omega square, but 1 upon omega square. Because m I will have to take it down. So k by m is omega square. That omega square will cancel. One of the omega will cancel out with this omega. So it is going to be 1 upon omega. Do you agree with me? Are you with me? So it is going to be 1 upon omega omega d. देखो simplification है, बाकी कुछ नहीं. M k by m is omega square. That omega square is sitting in denominator. Omega numerator में है, तो एक omega cancel होगा. So denominator में omega into omega d. Denominator में सिर्फ beta and 3 into 9.81 by 2 minus. Are you with me? So we have found out the value of b as well. A की वैल्यू पता है, अभी B की वैल्यू पता है. Now do we know the value of B of t? Yes. So B of t is equal to, tell me कैसे क्या होगा? It is minus eta omega e raised to minus no, it is e raised to minus eta omega t a cos omega dt. What is a? Minus 3 mg by 2k cos omega dt. Happy? Plus b sin omega d. What is b? 3 in minus 3 into 9.81 by 2 into eta upon omega d. Happy? Sin of omega d t plus f0, that is mg by k. Do you agree with me? वो अच्छा, mg by k, should it be plus or minus? So it should be minus because mg is acting downwards. So it should be minus mg by k. Are you with me? तो इधर माइनस है, यहाँ पे भी you have to understand that it is minus. कहाँ गया वो? This is also minus mg by k. Then probably we have missed, ये a की वैल्यू करेक्ट नहीं है. It should be a minus mg by k. Am I right? A minus mg by k. So then it goes on the other side and becomes mg by क्या होगा बोलो? Plus mg by k minus mg by 2k. So it is mg by 2k. Are you with me? So this is mg by 2k. Now वो वैल्यू यहाँ पे भी सब्स्टिट्यूट करना पड़ेगा. So this is mg by 2k. So if I substitute that, what is the value of b that I get? Sorry, b की वैल्यू क्या आएगी? mg by 2k goes on the other side. So minus का प्लस होगा eta omega mg by 2k by omega d. सही है? Then this will become omega square. So it will be 9.81. Is that right? 9.81 divided by 2. सही है ना? 9.81 divided by 2 omega upon omega, no, eta upon omega omega d. Finally, eta upon omega omega d. Substitute those values here. What is the value of a? Mg by 2k. G by 2k. And is the value of b? 9.81 by 2. 9.81 by 2. Sin omega t minus mg by k. That's all right. So this is the value of p of t with reference to the reference position as unstretched position of this spring. Happy? Chalo. At time t equal to 0, what happens to b of t? Tell me. At time t equal to 0. बोलो क्या होता है? This becomes 1. This becomes mg by 2k. This vanishes. And this minus mg by k. So how much? Minus mg by 2k. Do you agree with me? Is that correct? Yes. At the start, the displacement was minus mg by 2k. So therefore, this solution is correct at time t equal to 0. Happy? What happens at time t equal to infinity? So v of infinity. Tell me. This becomes 0. Do you agree with me? E raised to minus eta omega infinity. That is 1 upon e raised to eta omega infinity. That is 1 upon e raised to infinity. That is 1 upon 0. 1 upon infinity. That is 0. So therefore, this term vanishes. And what remains is minus mg by k. So at time t equal to infinity, this system is going to settle down. And this static displacement, mg is the weight, divided by k is the static displacement. And why minus? Because the stretched position of the spring is lower to the unstretched position. So it is in negative y direction. So we are quite sure that this v of t response is correct. Are you with me? तो अब जरा मुझे बताओ इसका प्लॉट हमें कैसे दिखेगा? At time t equal to 0, what is the value of v? If I were to plot v and t here, so at time t equal to 0, what is the value of v? It will not start from 0. It will start from mg by 2. Are you with me? It will start from mg by 2. It will go up to mg by 2k. I'm sorry. It will go up to twice mg by k. Mg by k is the static displacement. So twice mg by k is the maximum. Then it will start oscillating about which position? it will start oscillating about the position mg by k. Are you with me? इसके about oscillation चालू होगा, and ultimately it will settle to the position mg by, of course with negative side. So assume that I am plotting it on the negative side. So ऐसे दिखने वाला है. Are you with me? So this is the response. This is the solution of this problem. Fairly easy. Now we are going to deal with a very interesting problem, and this is what is called as vehicle structure interaction. आपने soil structure interaction देखा है ना? Now this is vehicle structure interaction. So जरा इसका statement read करते हैं. Is it readable? Okay. An automobile is crudely idealized as a lumped mass M supported on the spring damper system as shown. We have shock absorbers, we have the stiffness of vehicle body, everything is considered, and that has been crudely idealized as mass, spring and damper system. ऐसे दिखा है यहाँ. Are you with me? And the automobile travels at a constant speed v. ये constant speed मतलब कौन सा constant speed है? We always measure speed in the horizontal direction. देखो, as you move on the road, there are undulations. Do you agree with me? So in fact, at a given instant of time, the velocity of the vehicle is not going to be precisely horizontal. It is going to be tangent to the undulating curve. However, what we measure is the horizontal velocity. ऐसे थोड़ी ना मेजर करते हो. स्पीड ब्रेकर के ऊपर से गए तो तुम्हारी वेलोसिटी इस डायरेक्शन में इतनी थी, ऐसे नहीं मेजर करते. We measure the average velocity in horizontal. So when I say that the vehicle is traveling with the average speed of v, constant speed बोला है, constant speed of v, that v is the horizontal speed. That you have to understand. Let me, this velocity is in horizontal direction. Over a road whose roughness is known as a function of position along the road. मतलब जिसका roughness is given as ug of x. ug of x. What is ug of x? At given distance x. Let us say this is our origin in space now, not in time. This is our origin, x equal to 0. You give me the value of x. I will be able to give you the height of the road surface from a chosen reference. This is what it means, roughness of the road. ug of x as a function of x. Are you able to understand this? Are you with me? So you give me the value of x from this point. I will be able to tell you the height of that point at that x, whatever is the ground surface point, uska height, road surface ka height from the chosen reference. Chosen reference has to be flat. Chosen reference has to be horizontal. With me? तो ये जो फंक्शन मिलता है हमें, इसको हम बोलते हैं कि रोड रफनेस फंक्शन. That is known. Is known to you. Suppose derive the equation of motion. तो इस vehicle का equation of motion कौन से direction में equation of motion are you going to derive, x और y? x में तो x का कुछ करना ही नहीं है, structural dynamics में है ना. We are not in mechanics. We are not studying rectilinear motion. We are studying dynamic vibrations about mean position. So we are interested in motion of this mass in y direction. Are you with me? कौन से direction में हम interested है? We are interested in motion of this mass in y direction. However, देखो यहाँ पे ug of x बोला है. In the strictest sense, I would have called it as vg of x, because in y direction, whatever is displacement, that is by standard notation given as v. So we will modify this problem statement in our language. तो इसको change करते हैं. एक मिनट. So I will copy this. And this, instead of calling it as ug of x, I am going to call it as vg of x. Are you with me? What is vg of x? G stands for ground or road. V stands for undulation, roughness. V, roughness of a road as a function of x. Are you with me? Vg of x. Then I am also going to call this as V of t. So what is V of t? Position of mass with reference to unstretched position of spring. If you look at time t, as time evolves, the vehicle is also moving in x direction. But I'm not bothered about its motion in x direction. I'm bothered about its motion of that mass in y direction. So when the spring is unstretched, at that time, wherever this mass was, uske reference se what is v of t? How much has it moved up or below that mean position in y direction? That's what I'm interested in. Are you with me? So this is called as v of t. उसको हम v of t बोलेंगे. That is the degree of freedom of that mass that we are going to monitor. Therefore, it is single degree of freedom system. Are you with me? And this speed in x direction, though it is given in the problem statement as v, I am going to call it as u because I am acquainted with this notation. U is the speed in x direction. तो थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम को हमारे नोटेशंस में मैंने कन्वर्ट कर दिया. ये कन्वर्ट करने की जरूरत आपको बाद में नहीं पड़ेगी when you are acquainted with the concepts. लेकिन अभी हम कर रहे हैं so that to bring everything in the standard notations that we were using. This vehicle is traveling along x with the constant speed or constant velocity u, and you are monitoring the velocity of the vehicle in which direction? In y direction. Now, chalo. I am interested in finding out velocity of this point. तो इसको मैं बोलूंगा velocity of wheel. Are you with me? In which direction? Y direction. So V notation क्यों दिया है? Because that is velocity of wheel. Wheel is a support to this mass. Do you agree with me? So जैसे earthquake में you are going to have horizontal acceleration of the ground. Here you are going to have vertical acceleration of the wheel, and that wheel is going to transfer that vertical oscillations or vertical acceleration to movement of this mass in y direction. Are you able to understand that? So it is as if the earthquake is occurring in y direction. I hope I am making my point clear. Are you with me? Chalo. So now, what are you interested in? Whether you are interested in this absolute value of velocity of mass, or are you interested in the relative value of are you interested in absolute value of displacement? Mind you, this v is not used for velocity. V is used for y directional displacement. So let me write it here. V of t is y directional displacement. Y directional displacement. Are you with me? Of mass m at time t. Happy? Now, are you interested in this absolute y direction displacement, or are you interested in the relative displacement of the mass m in y direction with reference to wheel? इसमें relative. Why? Imagine that the wheel has come up by 2 mm, mass also has gone up by 2 mm. So V of t is 2 mm and wheel's displacement Vw of t is also 2 mm. What is the relative displacement of wheel and mass? 0. दोनों दो से गए. Is it going to induce any forces in spring and stiffness? Spring element and stiffness, spring element and damper element? No. Because ये भी 2 mm से ऊपर आया है, wheel भी, and mass also has gone up by 2 mm. So the length of the spring remains same, unstretched length ही रहेगा. So therefore spring और damper element में अगर कुछ forces generate होने हैं, तो आपको किसकी जरूरत है? You are not interested in absolute velocity of mass and absolute displacement of mass in y direction. You are interested in relative velocity of mass and relative displacement of mass in y direction with reference to wheel. Am I very clear? यही पॉइंट मैंने आपको earthquake के लिए भी प्रूव करके दिखाया. So therefore, now instead of calling this as V of t, I will call this as V1 of t. What is V1 of t? It is absolute y directional displacement. Absolute y directional displacement of mass m at given instant of time t. Happy? Absolute displacement. Then I will call V1 dot of t as what? Bolo? Absolute velocity, y directional velocity of mass m at time t. Are you able to understand this, or should I repeat this one? So that's what I'm saying. We imagine that you are traveling on a speed break. Are you with me? So wheels have come up by 2 mm. If the body also goes up by 2 mm, there will be no any stresses in the shock absorber. Do you agree with me? However, that doesn't happen. Then wheels do come up by 2 mm, and due to inertia, the body stays there. So therefore, this relative displacement is the one which causes forces in shock absorber. Do you agree with me? Similarly, relative velocity of the mass with reference to wheel is the one which is going to cause forces in damper element. समझ में आ रहा है? यही हमने अर्थक्वेक के लिए किया था, वो समझना आसान था. Are you with me? That was easy because it was lateral displacement. ये दिखाया था ना मैंने, फिर से दिखाता हूँ यार. You have a ground moving in this direction, and that ground displacement we call it as UG of t. Do you agree with me? And then displacement of this mass we call it as U of t. Now tell me, if U of t is 5 mm, UG of t is 5 mm, the column has moved as it is by 5 mm. No forces will be introduced in this Stiffner element column. कुछ भी forces नहीं है. But U of t is 5 mm and UG of t is minus 2 mm. तो UG of t is minus 2 मतलब ये पॉइंट यहाँ पे आया, और U of t is plus 5 मतलब यहाँ पे गया. Now you have displacement of the column and you have stresses and strains built in the column, in the stiffening element. Are you with me? So it is the relative displacement of top story with reference to ground that matters, not the absolute displacement of the top story, to introduce forces in columns. Do you agree with me? वही यहाँ पे चल रहा है. यहाँ पे सिर्फ ये displacement vertical direction में. You have a spring like this in your hand. You move the bottom point of spring by 10 mm, top point also by 10 mm. No forces in the spring. It is like a rigid body motion. Are you with me? No forces will be introduced in the spring. However, you move the bottommost point of the spring up by 5 mm. You move the topmost point of the spring down by 2 mm. The net displacement is 7 mm compressive. That is going to introduce stresses and forces in this spring. Are you with me? So वही चल रहा है. So what I am trying to say is V1 of t is absolute displacement of mass in y direction at given instant of time t. Happy? And absolute displacement of wheel at given instant t, that same instant, is denoted by Vw of t. So what is Vw of t? Tell me. Vw of t is absolute y directional. Don't get confused with the rotation v. V is not used for velocity. V is y directional deformation, either of wheel or of mass. Are you with me? So Vw of t is absolute y directional displacement of wheel at t. Do you agree with me? Now, can you tell me what is Vw dot of t? It is absolute y directional velocity of wheel at time t. Agreed? I'm not bothered about this absolute value. Useless, because they are not going to cause, they are not the reasons for forces generated in spring and damper elements. I need to define something new. So जरा देखो यहाँ पे, I am defining now B of t as relative velocity of mass with reference to wheel. क्या define किया इसको? Sorry, relative displacement. I'm sorry, relative displacement of mass with reference to wheel. तो इसको कैसे लिखते बोलो? Vm of t minus Vw of t. Do you agree with me? At a given instant of time, जो भी mass और wheel के absolute displacements in y direction रहने वाले हैं, उन दोनों का subtraction is relative velocity of mass with reference to relative displacement of mass in y direction with reference to v. And that is what I am interested in. This is responsible for causing spring force. Do you agree with me? Causing spring force. Happy? Now, what is responsible for causing force in damper element? That is V dot of T. What is V dot of T? V dot of T is nothing but Vm dot of T minus Vw dot of T. So what are these? These are the absolute velocities at given instant t of mass and wheel respectively. So in दोनों का subtraction is nothing but relative velocity of mass m with reference to wheel base at given instant of time t. Happy? This is what I am interested in. V dot of t. That is responsible for causing force in damper element. Do you agree with me? Force in damper element. Happy? So now at a given instant of time t, I am going to draw now free body diagram. Draw at time t, draw FBD of mass. FBD of mass. चलो कैसे कैसे draw free body diagram? बोलो. Mass m. I make certain assumptions. What are the assumptions that I make? I assume that Vm of t is greater than Vg of t. What is Vg of t? Vg of t is y directional displacement of that wheel with reference to the reference line. So I know the Vm of t is greater than Vg of t is the assumption that I make. So therefore Vm minus Vg is going to be positive. So that means V of t is going to be positive. If V of t is going to be positive, spring force कौन से direction में होगा बताओ? Mass has moved more than the wheel, so spring force is going to be in this direction. Do you agree with me? The spring is going to have strength. So what is the spring force? It is going to be K times क्या लिखो? V of t, where V of t is relative displacement of mass m with reference to wheel base. Happy? MVT. So what is the damper force? I make an assumption that Vm dot of t is greater than Vg dot of t. With this assumption, can I write this as this force acting again downwards? And what is the value? C times V dot of t. What is V dot of t? Relative velocity of mass m with reference to wheel base velocity. Are you with me? What else is missing in this diagram? फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम कंप्लीट हुआ या कुछ बाकी है? बोलो. Yes, so we have to show self weight now. Mg self weight. And now what else? What else is missing? Will this mass have acceleration? Of course, it may have acceleration in general. And what is the acceleration of mass? What should I write? Vm double dot of. Here, however, I will have to write down its absolute acceleration, not relative acceleration, because I am applying the drawing the free body diagram of mass m. I have cut all these strings attached. Damper element is removed, spring element is removed. There is no question of wheel base. So I have to write the absolute acceleration of the mass, and I assume that it is in positive y. I say assume. Are you with me? Can we apply Newton's second law to this? चलो न्यूटन सेकंड लॉ अप्लाई करते हैं. कैसे अप्लाई करेंगे? What are the forces acting in downward direction? Mg. Are you with me? Then plus, so minus mg minus k into v of t. Mind you, it is not v into t, it is v of t. That is relative displacement of mass m with reference to wheelbase as a function of time. That is v of t. Now, what is this? Cv dot of t. Is mg a function of time? No. As long as you are on earth, mg is not going to change. So I have not written mg as a function of time. Mg is mg, this constant force. This is equal to, calculate. All the forces have been written down. What should I write? Mass into acceleration in y direction. What is Newton's second law? Algebraic sum of all the forces in y direction must be equal to mass into acceleration in y direction. So what is the acceleration in y direction? It is m vm dot of t. With me? Chalo. Now, I cannot have some quantities as a function of absolute velocity and some quantities as a function of absolute velocity and absolute acceleration and some quantities as relative. I said so therefore I have to replace this Vm double dot of t by something. So Vm double dot of t minus V W double dot of t. This is by definition relative acceleration of mass m with reference to wheelbase at time t. And what do I call it as? It is nothing but v double dot of t. Do you agree with me? So now, if I were to replace this vm double dot of t by something, what should it be? Vm double dot of t is equal to v double dot of t plus vw double dot of t. Do you agree with me? Chalo, replace करते हैं. I am going to replace that, and then I am going to collect all the terms involving either v of t, v dot of t, or v double dot of t together, and all the terms that do not involve that on the other side. समझ में आ रहा है? तो कैसे कौन से terms यहाँ पे होंगे देखो. When the moment I substitute m vm double dot of t as v double dot of t plus vw double dot of t, it is m multiplied by v double dot of t. That term goes on the left hand side, becomes negative, and it remains as minus m v double dot of t. Do you agree with me? लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में v dot of t की टर्म तो है ही, माइनस c v dot of t. हैप्पी? और कौन सी टर्म है? माइनस k v of t. हैप्पी? These are the terms. Do you agree with me? This mg, once I know mass, can I calculate mg? Yes. So should I take it on the other side? Yes. So mg taken on the other side. It doesn't involve v of t, v dot of t, or v double dot of t. So mg is taken on the other side. So it becomes equal to plus mg. Happy? और क्या रह जाएगा? बोलो. Plus m vw double dot of vw double dot of t. देखो यहाँ पे vm double dot of t, when I substitute it here as v double dot of t plus vw double dot of t, I have taken care of v double dot of t, but the term pending is vw double dot of t. Happy? Are you with me? चलो. Now left hand side से negative sign cancel through out कर सकते हैं. It can be assigned to right hand side. तो ये हमने अर्थक्वेक के लिए भी किया था. Our equation was mu double dot plus cu dot plus ku is equal to minus mug double dot. ऐसे इक्वेशन था. वो ही इक्वेशन उसी तरीके का, पर उसमें एक कांस्टेंट टर्म ऐड हो रहा है mg. दैट्स ओके. सो दिस इक्वेशन विल बी ऑफ दिस नेचर m v double dot. नाउ आई विल ड्रॉप आर्गुमेंट t. You know that it is function of t. So mv double dot plus cv dot plus kv is equal to minus m vw double dot of t. Are you with me? Plus mg. तो राइट हैंड साइड में सारी चीजें नोन है क्या? आई नो द वैल्यू ऑफ m, आई नो द वैल्यू ऑफ g, बट आई डू नॉट डायरेक्टली नो व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ vw double dot of t. Do you agree with me? ये हमारे पास एक्सप्रेशन अवेलेबल नहीं है पूरी तरह से। क्या इस एक्सप्रेशन को अवेलेबल किया जा सकता है? आंसर इज यस फॉर दिस प्रॉब्लम। हाउ? तो अब जरा यहाँ पे देखो, डू यू नो VW, देखो मैं क्या लिख रहा हूं, VW as a function of time. What is VW as a function of time? It is absolute displacement of wheel, absolute displacement of wheel at given instant of time t. Do you agree with me? Chalo. At time t, at time t, what is the value of x? Where will the vehicle be? Batao. T equal to 0 is the start of observation. With reference to that time, where will vehicle be? What will be the x distance that it will cover with constant speed v? Constant speed u. I'm sorry. Vehicle का constant speed कितना है? U है. Agree with me? This vehicle is moving with the constant speed of u. So at time instant t, where will it be? X is equal to, देखो x is equal to u multiplied by t. We assume that the particle starts from x equal to 0. At time t, if it is moving with the constant speed u, where will it be? U times t. Repeat, I am moving with 10 kmph. After an hour, where will I be? I will be at 10 kilometers from here in this direction. वैसे ही, if distance x traveled by this particle in time t will be u times t. Do you agree with me? Happy? Chalo. So now, at this value of x, do I know position of the ground? That itself is the position of wheel. Do you agree with me? Ground and wheel, ground surface and wheel, they are touching one another. So whatever is VW of t, that itself is Vg of t. So अब जरा मुझे बताओ, at time t, what will be VW of t? It will be equal to, देखो यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है, Vg of x. So it will be equal to Vg of, but what is x at time t? U times t. Do you agree with me? Vg of u times t is going to be VW at t. Now can you tell me what is VW dot of t? बोलो। यहाँ पे दो फंक्शंस है, एक है u और दूसरा है t. तो और इसका डिफरेंशिएशन हमें किसके साथ लेना है? टाइम, टाइम के साथ लेना है। Agree with me? So can I write this as, हाँ बोलो क्या लिखो इसको? Vg of u of t. U into t is x. Are you with me? So can I write it as dou v by dou Vg by dou x into dou x by dt? Chain rule. Vg is a function of x and x in turn is a function of time. So how do I differentiate Vg of x with reference to time? I have to first differentiate it with reference to x and then differentiate x with reference to time, multiply both the things, that is chain rule, and this is how it is. Now can you tell me what is dou x by dou t? Dou x by dou t, we know it is u. Are you with me? So therefore, what is Vw of t? It is equal to u times dvg by dx. Happy? Now tell me what is VW double dot of t? क्या? इसका एक बार और टाइम के साथ डिफरेंशिएशन लेना है। हाँ, so therefore it is going to be u तो du by, now u, is it a function of time? U is a function of time, though it is constant, it is a function of time. But what is du by dt? 0, because it is moving with the constant speed. तो हमें यहाँ पे चेन रूल तो लगाना है, लेकिन कैसे लगाएंगे आप जरा देखो, du by dt देखो मैं क्या लिख रहा हूँ, आई एम अप्लाइंग चेंज रूल du by dt multiplied by dvg by dx as it is. Do you agree with me? Plus dvg by dx d by dt of that multiplied by u. चेंज रूल अप्लाई किया, इसमें से this term is 0, so first term is going to vanish. So what is the value of vw double dot of t? It is differentiation d by dt of dvg by dx. Are you with me? Well, into u. Can I interchange the differentiation operator? Yes, under certain conditions. Those are valid here. Believe it for me. So can I write this as d by dx of dvg by dt into u? Yes, interchange किया differentiation. Now what is vg is a function of x. So how do I write dvg by dt? वो तो हमने लिखा है, it is d by dx, यहाँ पे लिखता हूँ, it is dvg by dx into dx by dt. But what is dx by dt? Dx by dt is u, and this u is already sitting there, so it becomes u square. Are you with me? So can I write it as u square d square vg by dx square? Substitute that and you are done. तो अब देखो कैसे करना है, u square v square d square vg by dx square is the value to be substituted where? In this equation. I will substitute that. So what is this right hand side? Tell me. Minus m, बोलो, u square d square vg by dx square, happy, plus mg. अब देखो राइट हैंड साइड में सारी चीजें नोन है क्या? The moment you are saying that you know vg of x as a function of x, you are in a position to differentiate it twice with reference to x. Do you agree with me? So therefore इसको twice से differentiate किया तो हमें ये term मिल जाएगा. So this term is no. एक मिनट. हाँ मॅडम, लेक्चर मध्ये मी तुम्हाला नंतर कॉल करतो. हॅलो, हाँ मॅडम मी लेक्चर मध्ये नंतर कॉल करतो. Then u square is what? U is the speed of the vehicle which is traversing on the road. So this u is also known. Do you know m? Yes. Do you know g? Yes. कुछ गड़बड़ हुई यहाँ पे, ये m अंदर जाए. M u square d square vg upon dx. So are we in the position to know everything on the right hand side? Yes. Can we solve this equation? Yes. अब विजुअलाइज होने के लिए आई विल गिव यू सम नंबर्स देखेंगे तो समझना है. इमेजिन दैट द रोड प्रोफाइल, this road profile which is given here is something like this. ug of x is given as 10 sin 5x, where x is to be substituted is in meter. So if x is in meter, I will divide this by 10,000. So 10 by 10,000 sin 5x is the road profile. ये road profile जरा Excel में plot कर. Are you with me? This problem is very important because it is vehicle structure interaction problem. तो उसके बारे में हम बाद में बोलेंगे, लेकिन let us try to plot this function on Excel. कैसे दिखने वाला है बताओ मुझे. चलो, sin ओमेगा टी ये फंक्शन हमें पता है कैसे दिखता है. यहाँ पे क्या है, sin 5x. So 5 is like omega. Do you agree with me? So what is omega? Omega is circular frequency. So what is the frequency in hertz? 2 पाई ओमेगा। आर यू विथ मी? सो 2 पाई इंटू 5 कितना हो जाएगा बताओ जरा। 2 पाई इंटू 5 कितना? 10। सो इसका मतलब है x इक्वल टू 1 मीटर अगर हमने कंसिडर किया तो इस 1 मीटर में नो 2 पाई इंटू 5 31 पॉइंट। हाँ, तो ये 1 मीटर में 31 ऑसिलेशंस पूरे हुए होंगे। आर यू विथ मी? टाइम के जगह पे यहाँ पे x है। आर यू विथ मी? एंड फ्रीक्वेंसी इन सर्कुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी इज 5, so 2 pi into 5 is going to be equal to its frequency पर मीटर रहा, मतलब पर यूनिट टाइम रहता है वैसे पर यूनिट लेंथ रहेगा। तो फ्रीक्वेंसी कितना है बोलो? 30 पॉइंट। सो 31.4 मतलब इसमें इसके 30 ऑसिलेशंस हुए होंगे 1 मीटर में। Are you with me? Are you able to imagine the profile? And what is the amplitude? Amplitude कितना है? 10 by 10,000 मीटर, मतलब कितना? 1 mm। 1 mm कुछ ज्यादा ही कम हो रहा है, so we will go up to 100 mm। So 10 by 100 मीटर मतलब कितना मीटर? 0.1 मीटर। 0.1 मीटर is how many mm? 100 mm। सही है ना? हाँ, 0.1 मीटर is 100 mm। So 100 mm oscillation, 100 mm plus and 100 minus, 100 mm minus। So road is very bumpy, it is 10 centimeter up, 10 centimeter down, ऐसे पूरा रोड है। And in 1 meter run you have 30 oscillations on that, ऐसा अगर रोड है। Are you with me? And on this road you want to travel with the speed of u of 10 kmph। So 10 kmph मतलब मीटर पर सेकंड में कितना आएगा? 5/18 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है। So I multiplied by 5/18, it becomes 50/18 meter per second। This is the speed at which you are traveling, vehicle is traveling। Are you with me? What is the mass of vehicle? चलो तुम एक काम करो, we will Google it। Tell me any car brand, let us try to find out its mass। बोलो कौन सा भी बोलो। हाँ, कौन सा? मैं सुना नहीं। टाटा, कौन सा? टाटा टियागो। टियागो mass। So let us make it mass नहीं, weight लिखना पड़ेगा। Weight। हाँ, so it is around 935 to 1000। Let us take it as 1000 kg। देखिए हम ही अपना ही प्रॉब्लम बिल्ड कर रहे हैं, बट इट हैज थोड़ा तो प्रैक्टिकलिटी होना चाहिए, इसलिए देख रहा हूँ। सो 10,000 kg इज द मास ऑफ द कार। आर यू विथ मी? उसमें आप बैठे हो, 4 लोग बैठे हैं, हर एक का वजन है 70 kg। तो कितना हुआ? 280। So around 1200 kg is the mass of the system। Are you with me? ये mass m। What is the stiffness? The stiffness, let us take it as this will be this multiplied by 9.81, so 12,000 Newton। So let us take it as 120,000 or 1200,000 Newton per meter। Let us say this is the value of K। Are you with me? So we know the value of mass, we know the value of K, and now we have to find out what is the relative displacement of this mass upper body of the vehicle with reference to wheels। Relative velocity कैसे vary होता है? And that kx is going to give you the force in shock absorber। kx has a significance। What is significance of kx? kx is going to be the force in shock absorber। Let us see। So वो force हमें plot करना है as a function of time। is the job in our hand। तो कैसे करोगे? So I hereafter I leave it as an exercise to you। तो क्या करना है आपको बोलो? So what is the governing equation? m b double dot plus c की वैल्यू हमें कुछ तो लेनी पड़ेगी। सो c की वैल्यू यू टेक इट एज 0.2 eta c upon c star is equal to 2 m omega, राइट? सो c की वैल्यू हम लेंगे ना is equal to eta, is equal to eta। c की वैल्यू रहेगी eta times 2 m omega। So it is 2 eta m square root of k by m. जरा ये exercise करो and tell me the value of c for eta is equal to 0.02. c की value बताओ. 2 into 0.02 into m is 1200 square root of 1200,000 divided by 1200 का square root. 1200,000 by 1200. So it is going to be 1000 का square root. Square root of 1000 multiplied by 1200 multiplied by 0.02 multiplied by 2 कितना आता है बोलो. Pardon? Okay, 1517 point. चलो 1520 kg per second. This is the value. So mv double dot plus cv dot plus kv. This is equal. क्या लिखने वाले अब हम बोलो. चलो राइट हैंड साइड क्या है. m u square d square vg by dx square. तो वो लिखता हूँ यहाँ m u square d square vg by dx square. Happy? And plus mg and this entire thing is with negative sign. Happy? Only thing that I have to evaluate now is d square vg by dx square. What is d square vg by dx square? So what is vg? Vg of x is given as, बोलो क्या है Vg of x is 0.1 sin pi x, 0.1 sin pi times x. So what is Vg dash of x? Its derivative with reference to x. वो क्या होगा बोलो. 0.1 in 0.5 into cos of pi x. And what is Vg double dot Vg d square Vg upon dx square? क्या होगा बोलो. Minus 0.25 sin of pi x. So you are going to substitute this value here, minus 0.25 sin of pi x. Do you know the value of u? Yes, kmph का speed हमने convert किया है ना. 50 by 18 is u. So you are going to substitute u square. You know the value of m. So this right hand side is known. So once the right hand side is known, now you can find out response of the system to this excitation. Are you with me? Initial conditions क्या है? At time t equal to 0, both velocity and displacement are 0. These are the initial conditions. You can solve for it. Now tell me, this forcing function on right hand side is of what kind? It is some constant plus sine term. You agree with me? So it is harmonic excitation plus Heaviside step function. You agree with me? So as the easiest way, you can find out response of this system only to minus NP, Heaviside step function, which you have. You can find out response of this system only to minus 0.25 sin x. Harmonic excitation के लिए हमारे पास response है. Add these two responses, that is the response of the system to both the forces together. This is called as principle of superposition. As we are assuming the system to be linear elastic, principle of superposition is valid. You can do that. Are you with me? So, are you in a position to solve this problem now? So, as a homework, you are going to solve this problem and you are going to plot the variation of spring force with reference to time. Are you with me? Yeah, correct. So, that's all. I think we have covered all the problems. Let me check. Have we solved all problems? 1, 2, this is solved. Yes. So ये सारे problems को solve किए. Now these problems were based on free vibration. कुछ जगह पे force vibrations भी थे, and there was damping involved at some places as well. However, we are going to now solve the problems based on undamped free and forced vibrations. कुछ और problems solve करेंगे next class. तो इस वीक में जो नेक्स्ट क्लास रहेगा उसमें भी हम और 4 से 5 प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने वाले, सिंगल डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम सिस्टम, अंडर डैम सिस्टम, उसके ऊपर, are you with me? And that will be the end of story. Then we will march ahead. We are discussing logarithmic decrement in the theory. Logarithmic decrement as a measure of measuring damping experiment. ये हम वहाँ पे कर रहे हैं. So we will resume that in the next week. पर पहले ये खत्म. Next week probably your examination is there. So whenever we meet next to next lecture, that time we will resume the theory one. So with this we close for today. अगर किसी को कुछ डाउट है तो पूछो. ऑनलाइन भी किसी को कुछ डाउट है तो पूछो. Otherwise, put your attendance on the link and then you can leave the class.